Justin, what was your breaking point, the lowest moment with Killing Winston Jones where you came close to quitting?
That's a great question. I don't know the exact point, to be honest. I think as writers, we work our best to bury some of the difficult moments and try to remember the positive moments a little bit more, to be optimistic and excited about the potential of what we're working on. But offhand, I would say probably the third and final time that we lost financing. I just think that Joel and I, our director Joel and I, had put in so much time and effort into getting this script where it needed to be, and we put in 2 years of our life nonstop and really exhausted our resources at that point. And I think we were just feeling beaten down. We'd worked so hard, especially with this last production company where the financing fell through. So I think that was the hardest moment, just because I felt like if I wasn't the cheerleader anymore, everyone else could potentially walk away. And even the producers that we had at that point that were working on other projects, or some of the actors that said that they would, that were verbally attached, I could just see that it looked like it was at a place where it could potentially fall apart. And the toughest part also is that, getting back to what we were talking about with packaging, is that when you do package a film, that package so often changes, because you can get an incredible actor who's attached themselves, but if they're a great actor, chances are they're on a lot of different projects and their schedules change. So I knew that some of the great actors that we had, the interest from Dreyfuss and the interest from Glover and from Masterson and Heater and everybody else was limited. And if we weren't going to be able to get it done this year, chances were we were going to lose most, if not all, of those actors. And so I think that was the toughest point. I think if you ask my wife, she could probably tell you more specifically, because your significant other has to live with you through those moments that you're extremely excited about, but also those moments where you're kind of at the bottom. So I would say it's probably when we lost the financing for the third and final time. And little did I know that 48 hours later we got financing and we were going into pre-production.
So in that 24th hour, before you knew, and I'm not sure the exact timeline, but how did you kind of pick yourself up? What was your self-talk, knowing that you were sort of like the patriarch of the family? You're trying to hold it together, and if your mood sours, then it takes it all down.
I think you have to find distractions and find outlets and things. I think it's healthy to have outlets in any capacity in life. I'm a writer first and foremost, but that's not all that I'm known for, that I want to be known for, that I want to do. I also I love seeing movies. I love listening to music. I love painting. I love reading. I love all these other things. So I think really at my worst moments, I'm probably distracting myself with something else that is at least making me happy. But I don't think that I ever really completely gave up. I don't think you can give up. The people who give up aren't in the industry anymore. They're not writing anymore. You don't give up on projects. You keep pushing them through. I mean, the projects that I don't have success with, that don't end up making it onto the screen, till the day I die, I'll still be pushing them and trying to make them on the screen. I'll never shelve something and never go back to it. So I think there's a time and a place for everything. I think that I still am fighting for Killing Winston Jones. There's still challenges that we have to go through. I can't say that there won't be another time when maybe I think that the film isn't going to make it into theaters or isn't going to get accepted into the film festivals. There's going to be tragic moments along the way and difficult moments along the way too, but it's just staying positive. So I think that you allow yourself to have those moments where you feel the depression and you feel upset about the bad things that have happened, but know that you can easily climb out of that. And it's something that I said before about distractions with other projects. Killing Winston Jones was difficult because I had all my eggs in one basket at that point, because I hadn't really written a lot of other things. But now that I have 2 other features, I have a short that I'm adapting, I have a TV show that I'm working on, like those there's always at least one thing good that's happening to keep me positive, and or something on the horizon at least. So I think that there's no reason to always or to ever be down completely. Something should be able to lift you up and get you out of that. And that 24th hour passed, and we were flying, on the next flight out to Savannah, Georgia to make the movie. So, and that's what I remember. That's why this question was hard to answer, because I can't remember the lowest point, because it's replaced by, working on set with Dreyfuss, or learning about acting and writing from Danny Glover and his experiences, or having dinner with the entire, crew almost every night that we were there, and those relationships that we built. So those easily replace the difficult times.